Hello everybody, NIO here. Today I'm gonna make a one of its kind video. First I will set a scene first. I'm at Tree Coffee Cafe, one of my favorite branch of the Tree Coffee Cafe. There are other people in the background, I don't want to film them. So you're only gonna see empty background right now. And particularly they're wearing uniforms. I absolutely don't want to get anybody on the camera. Alright, so what is the topic of today? First part of the video is teaching you how to be an instant millionaire. Instant millionaire. Okay. All you have to do is come to the country of Laos and exchange two of this for a stash of this. This is 5 million. Yep, 5 million. I'm a multimillionaire now. 5 million banknotes from this country. And what can you do with that 5 million, you might ask? If everything's super expensive, there's no point, right? To put into perspective, in Europe, let's say if I go to Paris, I'll be lucky to find a nice hotel in the city center near Champs-Élysées for 200 euros one night. One night. One night, nice hotel in Paris, city center of Paris. You'll be lucky to get for 200 euros, probably more. Five-star hotels, 500, 600 euros is very common. Here, what I'm paying rent right now for my own hotel, city center, very beautiful, almost brand new hotel. And this stash is enough to pay for 40 days of rent. 40. 40. 40 days of rent. One night in Paris or 40 nights in Vincennes. You choose. I like to visualize economic powers. One night in Paris or 40 nights in Vincennes. I still have to learn how to pronounce the name correctly. So, hello everyone. I'm not trying to flash cash here. Please don't get me wrong. This is an economic lesson. This is the reason why I'm so bullish on this country. I believe that a lot of foreign currency is going to come into this country because anyone who comes into this country who wants to do business here needs to have local currencies. So let me emphasize one more time because this is a very important lesson. And I'll come to a moment where I have the tablet here. That's the second half of this video, just as important. First, you need to learn the lesson, economic lesson 101, money flow. If a country offers great value, and the value I'm demonstrating is here, nice cafe, okay, with beautiful coffee made by a qualified barista, and it costs, price has gone up, inflation, 30,000. When I first time, last week when I came here, I think it was 28, now it's 30. So that's the only downside. However, inflation is your friend if you are investing in foreign currencies. Inflation is your enemy when you are domestic. Simple as that. So, two of this get you probably a nice night out in Paris. Yeah, you can eat dinner for two. You can take a girl out for dinner, a reasonable dinner for two. That's the money you need to spend. Here, with this, you can take out 40 girls out for dinner. Another ratio, 1 to 40. Basically, Europe ratio to here is 1 to 40. Okay? Whatever you need to spend in Europe, you spend basically 40 times less here. Yeah. And it doesn't apply to everything. However, it applies to enough important things that your money will stretch a lot more. So, logical consequence, if I'm a young man in Europe, if I'm disillusioned with the European lifestyle, I look for alternative. This was one of the prime locations I will come to look for alternative lifestyle. And best of all, unlike in many other countries where you are only welcome as a tourist, here they welcome foreign investments. Absolutely welcome foreign investments. And let me continue my economic 101 here. Why they welcome foreign investments? Here, look at this water bottle. Vientiane Bank. That's where I change my money. I bank with several banks here, but this is the bank give me the best exchange rate. So I went to this bank to get the money. Very simple. Show passport, show the cash, they give you new cash. Takes 5 minutes. That bank is a Vietnamese bank, one of the largest bank in Vietnam. And a bank like that has a big branch here in the city center. And so is the Japanese bank, so is the French bank, so is the Thai bank, so is the Malaysian bank. I haven't seen any Singaporean bank yet, but basically sooner or later, all the countries' banks will establish a branch here and enable commerce. That's the key. This country is extremely friendly towards banking, and banking is the lifeblood of economics. Without the banks, the money doesn't flow. When the money doesn't flow, goods does not get exchanged. In this country, it is very easy to exchange goods for, for cash, and your money can go every direction. With the banks I'm banking with, I literally have the choice of currencies. I can have US dollar, euro, uh, Japanese yen, uh, Vietnamese dong, of course Thai baht, and naturally every bank offers also the Lao Kip. So your money is welcome here. And because of that and the conservative nature of the people, I believe in the next 20 years, Laos will become one of the most prime banking center worldwide. I make a simple prediction. Based on my observation, I can be confident to say that Laos will be the Switzerland of Asia. I know it's hard to believe. Within the next 20 years, Laos will become the Switzerland of Asia. This is my conviction, and therefore I invest accordingly. Imagine investing in Switzerland right after World War II, similar to that. Same thing goes for investing in Japan right after World War II. Similar situation is here in Laos, and I am absolutely convinced this is the one of the most undervalued investment opportunity of all time, just like NIO. So second half of this video is about instruction how to use my channel to promote NIO 100, because in the next 2 days we're going to experience one of the largest price swing of all time in NIO shares. And let me show you how you should be demonstrating your value. What you should do is tell everybody you can about your intention to become a multimillionaire with NIO shares. By December 2026, if you have 12,000, uh, sorry, 20,000 shares. If you have 20,000 shares in NIO, you will be a multimillionaire in US dollar terms by December 2026. And the more shares you can accumulate before December 2026, the faster you accumulate your net worth. And one of the most important steps in this process is to tell everybody you know about it. Because naturally, most people only want to tell other people about the success after you achieve it. But in reality, that's not how it works. The mission NEO 100 is depending greatly on the awareness of the mission itself, which means the more people knows about it, the more likely it become reality, and the faster it becomes reality. Just imagine every single human being on planet Earth tomorrow magically knows about this mission. What do you think will happen to the share price of NEO? Just imagine this. For some reason, someone's able to enable every single human being on planet Earth get a big flashing light, say NEO 100, and it appears on their smartphone as notification. Every single human being on planet Earth. Basically, the awareness is 100% globally. What do you think what will happen to the share price? And I believe you know the answer. Now, this is the way how I'm demonstrating um, logical thinking and Occam's razor combined into one. Cut away all the fats. Stick to the simple facts and think about the most highest principle of thinking. What happens to this event if the event is optimized? In case of NIO 100, the most optimal outcome is that we make everybody aware of NIO 100. What will happen to the share price? Yes, it will explode like crazy. And NIO 100 might be achieved within hours, not even days or months. Hours. Because there will be enough people investing money into NIO, and nobody wants to sell below $100 per share. Therefore, NIO 100 become an instant reality. This is what Tesla did. This is what Elon Musk did to the Tesla shares with his 420 tweets and stuff like that. He has big enough influence to inform everybody about it. And when enough people knows about the 420, share price shoots up. Right now, my channel is tiny. Right now, this mission is still in its infancy. But over the next 2 days, there'll be a lot more people wanting to find out why NIO share price suddenly exploded upwards 15, 20, 30% in a day. And when they look for the reason, they're going to go on the YouTube to look for it. And every other reason you can find, logical reasons you can find, will not make any sense. For example, a lot of analysts will say it's due to the pre-order numbers, new models, reduced cash drain, blah, blah, blah. But all this information is already available for years. The new models will come out, cash drain will reduce, and so on. So why the share price doesn't go up explosively? It's because NIO 100 is the deciding factor. And the NIO 100 needs to be spread. And here in this part of the video, I'm going to explain to everybody how to spread the information. Here it is how it goes. I'm using a app that has no ads, so there won't be any advertising. So when you tell people about NIO 100, what you do is go to that comment section or send them an SMS or text message or WhatsApp or whatever. Tell them that NIO 100. They should go on YouTube, search for NIO 100, and when they do, they're gonna come to my page for sure. And you just tell them, or if you tell their friends about it, all you have to do is start from this one. The first video with a NIO 100 thumbnail. That's the video they should be watching. And every video after that, they should be watching that. What about all the previous videos? I made so many videos. What is it about those? To tell you the truth, every single video I made before that was just a preparation for the real thing. Because, for example, let's take the very first video, the NIO battery swap video. Very few people watched it 4 months ago. Everything I did in these videos is to qualify myself to the new viewer that everything I say is true, and I've done my research, and I'm qualified to tell you what I know. That's it, qualification. And you can do due diligence on me. The whole idea of those videos beforehand is to give you the chance to do due diligence on me. The actual video and the mission starts from here with the NIO 100 thumbnail. Watch this video and keep going. That's it. And if they don't want to watch anything else, just go by ranking. Sorry, I want to find out if I can rank the video. I think this app does not let me rank it. That's bad. So just rank the video by views. This one has a high view, but this one's very high view. Yeah, rank the video by views is good too, but I strongly suggest everybody starts with this particular video. This one here. Yeah, I did this disable the sound so nobody can hear. This is the video everybody should be watched first. Title is very simple, very direct, and that's where we're gonna party in December 2026. That's the beach we're all gonna party. We're gonna get a boat. We're gonna party in the bay. We're gonna party on the pier, and we're gonna go into national parks to have events. There's tons of stuff we can do there. I'm gonna hire a helicopter to ride around. Yeah, this is our party spot, December 2026. That's our party spot. Simple as that. Okay, I hope you like this video. Please prepare yourself. Please prepare yourself accordingly for NIO 100. This week is probably going to be the biggest week in the history of last 5 years. I don't know how high the share price will go. In theory, it can go to $20, but I'm not betting on that because what I want is $100 per share NIO by December 2026. And the earlier we achieve it, the better it is for everybody. Also, it's easier for me to organize the party. However, everything's depending on you now. I am doing all I can do, but you, as the participant in the action, is your job now to spread the word. How you spread it is up to you. I've already seen subscribers of mine. I want to give them shout outs. Anybody who has already started to, let's call it spamming other people's channel with NIO 100. Thank you very much. Not a bad idea. And in all other social media, I have no presence. The only thing I have is YouTube, nothing else. So if you want to go on TikTok, on Facebook, spread the words about NIO 100, be my guest. You have my explicit permission and wish you best of success in spreading the words. And if anybody is objecting to the idea of getting to your first multi-million dollar goal by December 26th, don't forget, a lot of people are just jealous. Very important. Most people don't want you to succeed. Very, very few people in life want you to succeed. And the only person you should rely on is yourself, your own judgment. So that's the reason I make those videos, for you to judge for yourself if what we're doing is the right thing or not. I'm absolutely convinced that latest by December 2026, we're going to print NIO 100. It's just a matter of time. Everything's lined up for it. And with your help, we can achieve it much, much earlier than December 2026. Don't forget, last time it took only 6 months to go from where we are to 66 US dollars. Only 6 months. This time, I'm giving this a lot more time, a lot more time. And financially speaking, the company is actually today in the best possible shape it can be. And I don't even worry about dilution because if they need to raise more cash for rapid expansion, for global expansion, for distribution, for example, I'll be more than happy to cough up the cash. I might even participate in the private placement if they want to do that. So this is my take today for the beginning of the trading week. I hope you understand what you need to do, spread awareness before the earning come out. Because after earning come out, after share price already gone up 20, 30%, a lot of people will say you're just following a established facts. But if you can tell everybody NIO will go to 100 before the earnings report, they will take you more seriously. That's the same reason why I have almost 3,000 subscribers. And I believe every single one of you is a great support. And all of you believe in the mission. Why? Not because you are just following some random dudes, because you have done due diligence on me. You have watched all my videos. You have seen that what everything I'm telling you is becoming reality. Therefore, it's just a matter of time. Okay, I need to take a sip of coffee and then close out the video. Coffee here is really amazing. The only thing slightly annoying is the inflation. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, same coffee is 28,000. Now it's 30,000. But it's still quite cheap because most other places, like Starbucks, a simple coffee like this is 64. So it's still quite cheap. About a US dollar, $1.40, roughly. But the cheapest of them all is the rent here. It's insanely cheap how cheap the rent here is. So seriously consider make a move. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. I'm closing out the video now. Reminder, if you want to get something you've never gotten, you have to do something you have never done. This may be a good motivation. Okay, just imagine this is a stash in US dollar notes. There is actually 100,000 US dollar notes in the world, I think, but it's used for Federal Reserve transportation, not for day-to-day transaction. All right, just imagine US dollar notes. They're just paper anyway. Okay, have a great day. Signing out.